very hot. I think it is 98 degrees. This was one of the really high heat days with the humidity being up. So I don't know how long we're gonna be able to stand it down here, but we're trying to get it finished up. Our next project is working on Seth's house. We're doing a remodel on it. So yeah, hopefully we'll be done with this soon. Are you hot? You listening to music?
Mr. Ray Stevens.
I've got a pepper plant growing under here that needs to be put out, but it's looking really good. I've also got to start some more cucumbers. My mom is wanting about 4 to 6 plants, and I think I'm wanting some too, because mine have burned up and I've already made all the pickles I can get out of them, and I've about eat them all too. So let's go see how many days to harvest is on this packet. Maturity 65 days, a little over 2 months. We're at July 15th, August, September 15th. That's putting them in at September. It's still pretty warm here in September, so I think that would be perfect. But I've got to find some pots in my jungle. Last window. Oh, the sun's behind a cloud. It feels good. I put one of my screens in my windows. I'll probably put the rest of them in when we get done. I put some of my bromeliads up here that my neighbor gave me, up here with my hosta. I think they'll do good here. They're definitely not something you want to put in full sun. They will scorch. So underneath this river birch provides a lot of shade.
I gotta put trim on the end, and that end.
The trim is almost finished. My zinnias are coming outside of the fence. Alright, I've had dinner and it's starting to thunder. It's getting kind of cloudy. I'm hearing rumbles of thunder and it's kind of cloudy, which thank goodness it's cooling some things off a little bit. I felt a droplet of rain. Ooh, it looks good. My goodness. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. Come in here. Rain! Rain! Ah, can't even believe it. Getting the tools brought in. We only have just a very small amount left. Can't complain though, it's raining. But there's blue sky right there, so I don't think it's gonna last very long. Well, I'm gonna have to water my flowers. Even though we got a little bit of rain, we didn't get enough. Alright, we're finished for the night. The only thing we gotta do now is put the trim on the bottom. I've gotta come up with some stain. I just love the natural look. I know I've got to put something on it. I can put a translucent, which is basically a clear, or I could do a semi-translucent, tinted, you know, like our house. I don't know. What do you guys think? Give me some opinions. I'd love to hear them. But it is pretty. I love it. gorgeous. We are working a little bit on Seth's remodel. He's ordered an AC unit, so that's supposed to come in tomorrow, which right now it's gonna be amazing because it's supposed to be 98 degrees tomorrow. He also just purchased a water heater, so they're working on getting that put in. I think they're looking for maybe one more fitting or something, but we're gonna go down there and see what he's done. Well, there's Seth's new water heater. He is working on getting it put in. I didn't even know he went and bought it today. I think him and his papa got it put in here. And his daddy's coming down here and they're gonna try to finish the rest of it. Smoke alarm. Well, we're still waiting on this to sell. We need to get it out of here. That's Eli's bed. We'll have to get that out of here too. And this desk is Eli's. He was gonna refinish it, but I don't think he's going to. I don't know. And we've moved the refrigerator over to this wall. I don't know if y'all saw that on the last video, but I think that looks really good. It's gonna free up this space right here. Like if you're sitting over here in this side of the house, you'll be able to see out the window. Plus, we're also going to change the door around. I think they're gonna put a door that opens up toward this way. That way, whenever he's sitting in here, he can leave the door open and not have it in front of his TV over here. And me and him actually cleaned up the cabinets, and they cleaned up surprisingly better than I thought they would. So we're not 100% sure if we're even going to put paint over them because he likes the natural wood look. But we for sure are gonna get a countertop and a new sink, faucet. Another kind of big project that we're going to be doing is tearing up this floor, and I hope it comes up easy. We do have some linoleum. He used to work at a flooring company with a couple at our church, and they were moving, so we got like a lot of remnants, big rolls of remnants. Actually, there's actually a big roll of a remnant over there that we're going to put down in here, or he says he's going to put it down, but we're going to see if we can get that up. We're also looking into changing this out. If we could just change the countertop, I don't know. The cabinet looks pretty good. Gonna get rid of that mirror. We'll probably put some shelving so he can have more storage here and get the shower cleaned up really, really good. I think it's gonna look pretty good in here. Actually, a good sized little bathroom. We're also probably gonna start prepping for paint this week. That's something I can do while he's at work. I'm gonna take off all the trim, and then we're gonna put one before trim up, and then I think he's wanting a gray, kind of a medium gray, and he suggested just painting the walls and the trim gray. My sister-in-law suggested that too, and that might look pretty good. I think I'm going to be busy. We got a lot of stuff going on. The greenhouse will be hopefully done this week. We've just got to finish up the outside, and I can move stuff around in there, but I can do that around this stuff. But if there's air conditioning in here, then I'd probably rather work in here than down there for now, because I think after this crazy heat spell that we are going to have some cooler temperatures and some rain. It's actually, the weatherman said that. It's in the forecast. So fingers crossed, prayers appreciated. Look at this crunchy grass. It's so hot the chickens aren't even out. They don't have nothing to do with this. I don't blame them. Let's see how hot it is in the greenhouse before I go in. It is 100 degrees. Of course, that's about what it is outside, so I mean, that's all you can really ask for. Good morning. I'm back in Seth's house today, and I thought I'd come down here and see what I could do while the guys are at work. So I'm gonna go check it out and see if there's anything that I could get done. I'm thinking that I could probably get the baseboards up. We gotta replace the floor in here. This is like a total gut job in here. I've gotta get the shower cleaned. We're gonna replace the toilet. Of course, the guys will have to do that, but I need to look at this baseboard so if I can get it off and check out the floor, because we gotta replace it, and we're not sure if we can get it up or not because it might be glued down pretty heavily, and we don't want to rip up the subfloor, so I don't know if that's something I can do or not, but I'm gonna try. It's starting to thunder. I think it's gonna rain. We had about 10 minutes of rain last night, a very light rain, but now our chances are coming up. This is our last super hot day. I'm seeing one day like 82, so that sounds amazing. But I'm down here early because today is another hot scorcher. And I may not be down here very long because there's heat warnings out. And anyways, I've got some supplies, mask, eye protection, all kinds of good stuff I'm gonna put on because I don't know what kind of dust and nastiness is in here. We thought this was really going to be glued on here to where it wasn't going to come up, but it looks like this corner is already coming up, so I may give it a try and try to get it out of here. Because Seth thought if it wouldn't come up, it'd be easier just to lay something down on top of it. So I think I'm going to be able to remove it. I have been trying to clean the shower for the last hour. It's actually going pretty good. I've got a drill attachment that is cleaning very well, but you know, when you clean, you gotta have water, and the shower head fell off. So I've pretty much put a halt to the rest of my shower cleaning. I tried to pull a hose in here from Papa's house, but the water's turned off. It looks better than it did. It was really grimy. I've got to do about another hour worth of cleaning on it, but it's gonna require some water. So I think it's much better than it was, if y'all can see. But I have got to go have some lunch. We have somebody coming to install the internet. That was very important to Seth. He's gotta have the internet hooked up, which I get it, yeah. They're coming today to install it. I think they're gonna put it right here. It's supposed to actually come in like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna have to hurry and get some lunch. But I don't know that I have to stay down here very long. Just tell them kind of where we want it and make sure everything is working before they leave. I think this evening my husband's gonna finish up that last piece of trim on the greenhouse, and then we're done with that project, so we can devote most of our attention down here.